Hi, I'm Taha. I'm the chef and owner at Love Flemington. At Love Flemington, we specialize in single origin chocolates, entremets, artisan breads, and a wide range of gluten-free and keto-friendly products. As it's a time of lockdown, it's a great opportunity to stay at home and be healthy, and that's why today we would be making a gluten-free and no added sugar keto-friendly chocolate cake. So we take all the flours, we take cocoa powder, and we take baking powder, and we can mix it together, to which you could also add a pinch of salt just to enhance the taste. We also have mixed the eggs and the erythritol together because today we will be using a technique called as warm foaming over the double boiler. What we are going to do is we're going to mix the dry ingredients with a fork. So you can see that the cocoa powder and the baking powder is mixing well with the almond flour. You could also use a blend of flours. Say if you're not making a keto version, you are just making a regular version. So here we have eggs and erythritol on the left. On the right hand side we have a double boiler apparatus. We want to start heating the water. Once the water comes to a boil, we'll switch it off and then put the bowl on that just to heat the eggs. So essentially we use a double boiler to loosen up the egg protein so that it foams well. This method is known as the warm foaming method of leavening. At this point we're not beating up the eggs, we're just loosening up the eggs and trying to mix it up with the erythritol so that it's ready for heating up. What we will do is we will turn off the gas and we will put the egg and erythritol mixture on the pot. So we're not beating up the eggs here. What we are doing is we're just loosening up the egg protein. We're also putting it over a double boiler and we're going to get this to about 120 degrees Fahrenheit and not Celsius, so that it will be convivial to warm foaming. But in case you don't have a thermometer to measure out 120 degrees Fahrenheit, what you can do is you can dip your finger and check the temperature. It should be a little more than warm to touch. Now we will use the whisking attachment to foam it up. You want to whip it up until it comes to a ribbon-like consistency. Now what we do is we slowly fold in the flour. So it's 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock that you fold in the flour, just like a normal sponge cake. This point where the flour is starting to mix completely, what we do is we add the mixture of the butter and the vanilla extract. And then a very small secret here is adding about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of hot water, what we use for the double boiler. So now it's mixed. Once it's poured into the cake tin, just make sure that you are evenly spreading it lightly. At this point, make sure that you're not tapping the cake tin, otherwise there will be a loss of volume. To check if the cake is cooked or not, we insert the toothpick towards the center and it should come out clean like this. Once the cake is cooling, what we do is we poke holes using a toothpick or a skewer in rows. While our cake is cooling down, what we're going to do is we're going to take about 1 teaspoon of instant coffee powder and put it into 5 tablespoons of water and mix it. To moisten the cake, we're going to pour this coffee liquid on the top in rows again. We overturn the cake and we unmold it. This should be done while it is hot, so it's easier to handle it. Now we have overturned the cake. Now we're just going to cut it into 2 parts. If you see, the cake is very delicate, and now we will slice them. And now you can enjoy this with fresh cream and a hot cup of coffee.